What's up YouTube? It's Desperado RC back with another video. I got a new phone, a new tripod, so hopefully these videos will be a little bit better. Alright, in today's video I'm going to be covering all the stuff, the big stuff I'm selling on eBay. Alright, to get started, I'm going to go from right to left. Arrma Nero with the diff brain, Stampede 4x4 VXL, and Desperado OLB Jr. This Traxxas Stampede 4x4 VXL has a load of upgrades on it, so let's dive into it. We have on all four corners Duratrax Vindicator tires. These things are super grippy and a lot better than the Traxxas tires. Those Traxxas tires wear out super easily, and these things do not. They practically look brand new, and they've got at least 10 runs on them. Moving on back, we have the Proline body mounting system front and rear for this Proline Bash Armor body. This thing is a brute. In the center of the chassis powering it, we have an Onyx 3S capable brushless motor and ESC combo. The motor is a 4000 kV with a Power Hobby heatsink and fan system. ESC still has the Traxxas connector on it, so you can use those Traxxas batteries. At the back end of the car, we have solid steel, hardened steel, not solid steel, metal pinion and spur, along with your hardened steel MIP telescoping drive shafts. We do have metal parts, spare metal parts, pardon me, for the MIP drive shafts in case anything goes wrong. Original box for the Onyx system. Spare parts for the Proline mounting system. This is for the Stampede or for the Slash. A front caster steering block, and a front bulkhead. We have all the original documentation and the front battery tie down, the smaller one. Right now it has equipped the larger one. Moving over to the Thunder Tiger Desperado OLB Jr. It is a brushless outrunner motor boat. The only real damage it has to it is right here in the front. It has a little bit of a chip where it had an incident with a concrete wall and a pond. And the antenna tubing is actually held on by a heat shrink because the tube itself broke. Opening up the boat, we have the brushless outrunner motor and a watertight container for all the rest of the electronics. And right here is where your battery goes. There's the stand. Here's the transmitter, ASRC Cougar, along with all the original documentation, marine grease, spare prop, some extra strips for the boat holder. Spare prop, there you go, and servo horns, along with some extra of the yellow tubing. I think that's for the water plumbing on the inside of the boat. And finally, last but not least, we have the Arrma Nero, which comes with the diff brain. Now, the diff locks itself, the little metal part that actually slides over to lock the diff on all three, front, center, rear, is broken. But that's a very cheap part to replace. You can find it on eBay. And right there you have the diff locking controller. It does have a couple of upgrades on it. Not nearly as many as the Stampede though. These are the D-Boots backflip MT tires like on the Outcast or the Notorious. And also a upgraded servo. The upgraded servo is some Chinese one, but it's so much torqueier than the stock one. I accidentally over-tightened the front pillow balls after replacing a tire or blowing out one of those Sand Scorpion tires and burned out 2 of those original servos. And this one I haven't burned out yet, and I've done that 3 or 4 times. Okay, these tires are a necessary upgrade for your Nero. They are so much lower wear. They aren't brand new, you can see. But I've run at least 6, 7, 8 runs on these things, and I haven't had to replace them. I'd run that many times on the stock tires, and I've burned through 2 sets of them. I was just so fed up with how quickly you blew out or ran through your stock Sand Scorpion tires. It comes with a good body. There's no real damage to this one. It all looks good. A little bit dirty on the other side. And the original body. If you want to use this as a shelf decoration, by all means, it's a great looking body. Again, all the original documentation and some upgrades. We have a A-arm. You have your drive shaft. You have the parts that actually hold the drive shaft pins in. Flipping over, we have your optional skid plate that came with the truck. That's like for the phase-on and high-speed running. 2 front bumpers, 2 rear bumpers. There they are, 1, 2. And a bumper holder. I think the front and the rears are the same, along with a spare wheel hex. Now, both the Stampede and the Nero come in their original boxes. I don't know if that's a selling point or not, but I still have them. Okay, now all of these trucks will be found on eBay. I'll put a link to all 3 of these big ticket items along with my personal eBay store. If you find anything on there that you like, feel free to buy it. If you have any questions about any of the products on my eBay, you can send me a link, or you can send me a question here in the YouTube comments down below, or on my Instagram, DishDudeRC. It's the same profile picture and the same name, DishDudeRC. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on either one. I'll guarantee I'll respond.